Today, I want to talk about the idea of having a customer journey. I want to talk about what that means and how it can help you as a business owner, whether you're an entrepreneur running an online business or a small business owner, how this actually can help you grow your business and set yourself apart from the competition. Coming up. Hey, this is Marlon from marlonmcpherson.com. You're listening to or watching Future Steps Creative. Here, I talk about topics to do with online content and your website so you can actually grow your business or your brand and provide an amazing customer experience. If this is something that you're into, hopefully I can provide you with some value. Feel free to stick around and check out this and other pieces of my content as well. All right, so I spoke about different aspects of setting up online businesses and running online businesses in the past, including one of the key things, which is to actually identify who your ideal customer or client needs to be or is going to be. This is going to set the stage for everything else that you do within your business. It's really important. I have a post on this. I did a video on it as well. I'll leave a link to that so you can actually go and check that out. So if you don't understand what I'm talking about when it comes to your customer profile or customer avatar, no, it starts with this. Now, the customer journey, I want to explain what that actually means. Now, every business that deals with customers or clients will have some degree of some level of a customer journey, regardless of whether or not you call it that or you identify it as that. You will always have a customer journey, because all the customer journey is everything that happens from the very beginning when your ideal customer becomes aware of you, through to them making a purchase or agreeing to do business with you, and then you providing them with the product or service. And throughout this entire journey, or throughout all these steps in the journey, there are lots of other steps in between, as well as throughout and also after. So it's really important to make sure that we understand that what that journey needs to look like, so we can then provide the best possible experience when your ideal customer go through this entire journey. Now, this is going to provide you with a unique opportunity. With so much competition out there, with anyone that can jump up and say, look, I'm starting a business and going out there selling products and services. That is great for competition, because customers and consumers will have much more choices, and that's great. But at the same time, it can make it difficult for you who is trying to get seen and trying to get business to stand out from the crowd, because a lot of people just see everyone as the same, or everything that you offer as a product or service may be the same. Very few, well, I won't say very few people, but a lot of people don't bother to look further beyond price or beyond things that they see at face value. So you have to do something else that's going to set you apart. And one of the best ways to do this is through the overall experience you provide with when people interact with your business or brand. And that's the start of the customer journey. The very start is when someone actually becomes aware of you. Now, you hear marketing gurus or marketers talk about the know, like, and trust factor. These are things that need to happen in order for people to do business with you. So they say they have to know you, they have to like you, and they have to trust you. Now, I agree with I agree with the know and the trust bit. The like part of it is kind of optional in a way, because I feel like if somebody doesn't even like you that much, or like your business or brand that much, provided that you provide something that's so amazing that they don't see anyone else that they can go with that's going to provide a better product or service or whatever the case may be, and they trust you, they don't have to like you to trust you. If they trust you enough and trust your product or your service, they'll still do business with you. But obviously, yes, it's important for people to like you as well. So that being said, we need to understand that the first point of contact or the first interaction with your business or brand is going to be one of many ways, right? So it could be that someone's come across your online content, whether it is a podcast episode or an article or a video that you did when they searched and they found you. It could be someone that recommended you through some other interaction that they had with you. That could be a previous customer or a current customer, or even someone that's not actually done business with you. But because you've let your content and what you do speak for itself, it precedes you, they feel like they can recommend you. It could also be an ad that you've paid for that someone's come across. So either way, the first interaction or the first touch point could be that, or someone just ending up in your website and contacting you. All of this is the start of that customer journey. So we have to make sure that every step of the way that people are having a good experience. If we have unnecessary obstacles or bad experiences, this can actually create negativity in the minds of your ideal customer or a potential customer, and therefore prevent them from actually doing business or moving forward. So it's really important to make sure everything's seamless and a great experience as much as we possibly can. They first become aware of you. The next part of this journey is for them to actually figure out, am I able to do business with this company or this person? And this is where nurturing comes in. You have to have something in place, some sort of system in place where you are going to make sure that you're on point with communications and being able to provide enough context and enough value up front for someone to see that you're the right option for them. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be you're talking to them one-on-one or anything like that. Again, content is really important. If you don't know me by now, content is really important to me. That's why I always focus on delivering as much value as I can with my online content, because people can actually make a decision about whether to do business with you without even speaking to you, just by interacting or consuming your content, interacting with or consuming your content. So they could come in really warm or hot because they've already interacted with that part of your brand, and it doesn't take much for them to be convinced to make a sale. So then you have to close the sale. Obviously, you have to have a process for this, and it's not about pressure selling. A lot of people feel like sales is icky and whatnot. Sales is about actually just helping people. And if you have something that's of value that can help someone, you owe it to them and to yourself to provide that to them. So you have to look at it in a positive way. If you have something that you're proud of, that you've created or you provide, then great. You should have no qualms about providing a solution to someone's problem that you know is going to help them get to a better place. So once they've actually decided to spend money with you and the transactions happened, the deal's done, then you actually now have to provide whatever it is they pay for. And you have to prepare them for this as well. Sometimes you have to collect information. You have to collect whatever it is that you need to get on with the role of delivering a service, or to prepare to send a product to a client or whatever, a customer or whatever it might be. All of these things requires interaction, and it requires some sort of, there's going to be a touch point at some point with all these little steps. So it's really important to plan these things out and to understand what that experience is going to feel like to them. And then once they've gotten their product or service, it doesn't stop there. There is aftercare. There's customer service that needs to be done. You need to make sure that they're prepared and okay to use or benefit fully from what you provided to them. Whether this is a product, it could be as simple as providing a manual or instructions inside a product, inside the packaging. How many times have you bought something online, or you've seen or heard people say, oh, I've bought this thing and I'm struggling to figure out how it works because they haven't provided any instructions, or the instructions are not very clear, it's vague. This is a bad experience. This is a negative experience. And all these things add up to the customer journey. It could be you following up with a client or customer to say, look, how was your product? Is everything okay? Do you have any questions? That sort of thing. As simple as a follow-up email goes a long way, or a follow-up phone call, or whatever it might be. People will appreciate these things. Now, I'm saying all of this to say that this is how you will have a unique opportunity to set yourself apart from the competition, because every customer experience is going to be different for each individual business. Even if you seem to do the exact same thing, you provide the same service or product, what's going to set yourself apart is the interaction with your brand and the experience they get. So that's some food for thought, I would say, as an action step, to just sit down and try to map out what your current customer journey looks like, because this is going to help you identify whether or not you are lacking in certain aspects of it, and maybe you could start working on those areas that is really preventing you from probably doing more business or getting more repeat business or having people stick around. So I strive, just as an example, I always strive to deliver a superior experience as much as I can, because I'm aware that this is what's going to be unique to me and that's going to set me apart. And if you adopt to that mindset, you no longer think about the aspect of just trying to quickly sell something by lowering the price or whatever the case might be, because it's not always going to be about that. If you try to compete on price, you're just going to be on a race to the bottom, because there's always someone else prepared to undercut you. So deliver a great experience, and I guarantee you people will want to stick around and people will want to do business with you more. Hopefully you've taken something away from this. Now, if you need some guidance and some help with this, I do one-on-one consulting. Just go to my website, marlonmcpherson.com, and you can always book a session with me if you feel like you need some help to kind of figure out and identify some of these places that you need to kind of work on. And check out some of the other resources on my site as well. Now, I will have some videos on the screen if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're in the podcast, head over to my website. There's going to be a link that should take you to a post connected with this, and you can always drop me a message there as well. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and I will speak to you in the next one.